Delivering a Gen Tech project in 3 levels of seniority. Hey, junior AI engineer, what are you working on? I'm working on an email autoresponder. Whenever customers send questions, we can fire an answer right back in some cases. Oh, cool project. Why are you working on that? Well, I work on the Gen Tech team, and this was considered like a high priority because I think it's gonna like make us a bunch of money. And this is like a proven architecture at our company. So the senior that I've worked with has already delivered something like this in the past. So we were confident as a team that we could get this solution delivered on time. How did it go? It went well, et cetera, et cetera. Intermediate level. Oh, I'm working on an autoresponder. Oh, why are you working on this? Well, when the request came to the team, I was really excited about it. So I volunteered to do a design, and design showed that this is a better fit for the Gen Tech team than like a classical architecture. And so I ended up using RAG because this is like a proven path at the company. I considered a fine-tuned model, but that's something no one else at the company does, and it would take longer. The RAG approach already has a system in place. I was sure that I could deliver it on time, high bar of test quality, and it has really low latency, which is something that I value whenever I'm evaluating these projects. So overall, got it delivered, and the customer was happy. Senior Staff Plus. What are you working on? Oh, I'm working on an autoresponder. How did you decide to work on this? Well, we have a well-defined intake process, and after evaluating the possibility of self-serve or a non-generative approach, this looked like a really good fit for our team, and the risk-adjusted return on investment to engineering time was so high that I advocated that we bring it into the next quarter. And so how are you architecting this? I'm actually using a context-only approach. We considered context, RAG, fine-tuning, and other approaches. And in this case, even though we're referring to a help site that has a bunch of like documents, the entire help site could fit into the context window. And this does increase the latency, but it also reduces cost. And I did an offline evaluation with a RAG approach, and the RAG approach was not any more aligned to the customer than the context-only approach. Furthermore, the customer said that like the latency is okay. And so overall, I went with the context approach because it was easier to ship and it was lower cost at the end of the day. So retrospecting on these, the junior had to get assistance, and they did something because it was an established pattern. The mid-level did some compare and contrast, but they didn't consider all possible options. They ultimately arrived at a suboptimal solution, but the customer was still pretty happy and it got shipped on time. And the Senior Staff Plus was at the level where they were actually deciding whether the thing is even going to be intake to the team. They considered more possibilities, and they actually arrived at a more optimal solution, even though it involved a trade-off that might be considered deficient in some technical ways, such as latency. Those were deemed acceptable to the customer, and so the business win was aligned to the solution that they ultimately delivered. That's the lesson here. Follow for more tips.